This was Damian Lillard in his arrival in Milwaukee.
Obviously, I'm a pick and roll player. I've played a lot of pick and roll in my career. And when I think about playing with him, I've just tried to figure out how do you defend it. You know, I haven't played against a lot of coverages where teams aren't at the level of the screen, whether it's showing, trapping, or just being there to where I got to get the ball up. And I can't imagine him wanting him to have the ball, you know, at the free throw line coming downhill with an advantage. And Chris on the wing and Brooke, you know, you got really good players out there. So I've definitely thought about it, and I just don't know how you handle that. And I think it's going to be something that teams have to put up with and try to figure out. But I'm excited. You know, I think there's going to be a lot of opportunity for me out there because of who he is and vice versa.
What a complete coup from Milwaukee. Within 2 weeks of Giannis saying, I don't know what's going on here. I need to see some winning. Was that one of the first times he's basically fired a significant, I might not, like full Magic Johnson, I might not be here type shot across the bow? I mean, he's kind of hinted at it, but never like flat out, like I need to see something. And so Giannis has got to be over the moon as well. And this is going to be tough to stop. And just seeing him there, too. Here's Giannis on playing with Lillard. You got that?
Yeah. Obviously, you know, big trade. Having Dame here is definitely we add levels to our team, and we, you know, as you said, top 75, one of those guys that can score 60, 70 in any given night, all NBA, all-star, you know, MVP caliber player. But at the end of the day, like, Drew was a big part of who we were. And even with Drew, we had a chance to win, you know. But I still understand, like, now we have Dame on the team, and Dame is a great player, and I'm looking forward to play with him. And he's hungry, as I said. He's out there. He's hungry. He wants to win his first championship, so I'm excited that he's on the team. And definitely I feel like the team have showed, like, you know, they've showed that they're committed to win a championship. So I'm happy.
And I can't wait to see Lillard in his first instance. Again, I didn't watch him in college too much. I'm just assuming he was in this role that he was in Portland of it's all him and only him. He doesn't have to do it himself. So what if he only takes 10 shots one night when Giannis scores, you know, triple doubles on top of everybody else? It's going to be fun. Just seeing Lillard play that free without any of the pressures of it's all you, man. Number 0. It's all on you.
I found something Giannis said to be interesting, though, at the end of that interview. He said, at the end of the day, I want to be a Milwaukee Buck for the rest of my career.
Yeah, well, why not?
As long as we are winning. So that still kind of leaves it out. Like, if something's not, they don't get a title this year, he could still maybe talk his way out of town. That as long as we are winning just kind of stood out to me.
Well, he's flexing his muscle because he's Giannis.
And he's got a lot of muscle. Did you see him right there?
So many muscles.
Oh, man.
His muscles have muscles.
He was swole right there.
So let's talk a little bit of muscling. As you know, James Harden wants to muscle his way out of town.
Yeah.
And he told all of China.
Twice.
That I'm never playing for a Daryl Morey general managed coach team again. And he said, let me repeat that, which is why you're referring to twice.
Yeah.
So, what does Daryl Morey have to say about that? He has not spoken publicly since all of that.
Oh.
Here's Daryl Morey on that subject matter.
Yeah, I would say it was hard. I mean, I think there are many people who've worked with him for some time, but I've been, you know, right there with anyone else. And look, I think he's a heck of a basketball player. I like him as a person. You know, it was hard, I think, that he felt like that was the right course of action for him at that point. You know, what else can I say? I think he's a tremendous player that will help us if he chooses to be here. And right now that's not where he wants to be.
Well, it does appear since that soundbite, he's had either a change of heart or he realizes there's no other options for him than to report. Woj tweeting out that Harden didn't practice at Colorado State University on Tuesday, where the Sixers are, but he's expected to arrive in Colorado as soon as today to join training camp. So there's that.
Awkward.
I mean, the Sixers lead the league in having guys who don't want to be there working out with them, right?
Yeah, at some point.
Is he going to have his cell phone in his pocket or the rest of the media will think it's a cell phone in his pocket? It's really not a cell phone in his pocket?
Embiid's got to be like every year. Like you said, it's something. I got some teammate who doesn't want to be here.
Oh, other than that,
and how much longer till he says, I don't want to be here?
That's what I'm worried about.
Well, that's the whole point, is that if that man's not going to get a ton of Robins like the ones in Milwaukee and Boston, then how far behind are you, right? I mean, didn't Alan Dallas say before, big Giant fan, like, hey, it's Knicks season? Like, okay, great. Let's go with that plucky team one more time to hopefully get that 4 or hopefully get the 3 seed, right? With the Celtics and the Bucks, or either 1 or 2 right there. Let's hope to get the 3 seed, win our first round series, and then take on one of those 2 teams. Like that's basically your best path to the basket, unless of course you're the Miami Heat, and it doesn't matter.
Well, Giannis got hurt last year,
and Jimmy Butler showed up, as we all know, as Emo or Evo? What was he?
Emo.
Yeah. Thank you. And had this to say about doing Heat things once again.
Jimmy, for you at this point, is it just about a championship?
Yeah, it's always been about a championship for me. And it will always be about that. Nothing else. And this is our year. This is the one. And this one's going to feel real good, by the way. This one's going to hurt.
This one's going to hurt.
I mean, they were barely a playoff team last year, and they didn't get any better. So I don't know what he expects to happen.
What he expects to happen is everybody thinks it's either Milwaukee or Boston's world that we're paying rent in. It's tough to make a point with TJ on screen with his hair in that wig right now, but well done.
Where
looks
did you
good.
get that wig?
Emo Jefferson.
He probably had it.
Yeah. Do you have that at home? Is what it is?
Oh, turn the mic on.
Hold on. You got turn your mic on.
I got some.
Sorry,
things,
Emo.
I got some things at home.
I mean, TJ, you definitely had that.
I don't want to know what you're doing at home.
Well, I mean, 2 things. He's basically saying it's going to hurt. Nobody's talking about the Heat now. The Portland Trailblazers decided not to make a trade with the Heat, although, like we said yesterday, can't imagine they'd gotten the haul that they got through the straight-up 3-team trade for Lillard and then the straight-up trade for, Holiday, just by going straight up with the Heat. Yeah, it'd be tough to think that. But that's what he's saying. Like, don't forget us. Oh, yeah. I like it.
Golden State, Clippers, Lakers.
That's right. We haven't even heard from Golden State. We haven't talked about
Paul's
it.
there. We haven't mentioned
Sacramento, Phoenix, Denver. The West is so stacked, where in the East it's like,
Top
who
heavy.
can break through Milwaukee and Boston?
Well,
Cleveland,
Philadelphia, if Harden
Cleveland,
comes
maybe?
back and is engaged. I don't know.
Yeah, you can't count us out if he
Coach
comes
Tibbs
back.
and the plucky Vegas Spheres. I don't know.
He looked skinny. James Harden at the MLS Cup thing the other day.
I mean, if James Harden shows up and wants to play basketball for the Sixers and win a championship for Daryl Morey, even though he told the largest nation on earth he would never do it, most populous nation on earth. And that's a lot of people that he told Daryl Morey he would never play for again.
Atlanta's still there. Orlando's going to be better.
Catch the Rich Eisen Show every single day on the Roku channel, 12 to 3 Eastern, for free.